Y'all ready? Here we go.
Welcome back to Cayenne's Corner. Today we're talking about a topic that those of us who are not in the business world rarely even think about, and that's branding. Branding is much more than a way to recognize a product or service. It is the image that you portray to everyone that you come in contact with, whether it's done intentionally or not.
TC Coleman, CEO of Upward Action, a brand development and new media marketing agency based in New Jersey and New York City, shares with us the basics on how to build a magnetic brand and how you can start to control your brand,
both personally and professionally.
I met up with TC at her lovely offices down on Wall Street.
What is branding?
Branding is really being intentional and thoughtful and strategic about forming the impression that people will have when they think about you or when they see something that reminds them of you. Everyone has a brand. Regardless of whether or not you're intentionally shaping it or not, people think something when they hear your name, even if they're thinking that you're insignificant. There is something. So branding is really about being intentional in shaping that perception of who you are, what your business will do, really the value that you bring.
What would be the difference between professional branding and personal branding?
Not a lot. Who you are as a person is fused to what people think about you as a professional, and that's fused to what people think about your business, if you own a business. So what we talk about or what we help people to realize is that you are your brand.
Do you find that people, there's a disconnect between what people think is their brand and their image and what other people actually see them as?
Absolutely,
Okay.
Absolutely. A lot of times people will think that folks see them in a certain light, and that's far from the truth. So a lot of times, actually all the time, when we have a new client, the first thing that we do is a brand assessment. And that is having them reach out into their community, personal and professional community, and ask for feedback. And so we have a series of questions and word associations that will really give people insight into what they really think about you. What you perceive as confidence may come across as arrogance.
How can someone who's known for one thing already change their brand image?
One, you gotta know who the target market is. Has that shifted? Is it the same market, the same ideal client, or is that different? And then the second part is, one, understanding the value, the benefit, not just the feature, but the benefit that you're bringing in this new role or in the area that you're rebranding yourself. And then you want to understand the needs that your ideal client will have and how that is really attached to the value. And you want to create messaging around that. The other thing that you want to do is start to do what it is you're rebranding yourself as being able to do, and have success stories and share those success stories.
Log on to upwardaction.com to contact TC and stay tuned for part 2 of how to build a magnetic brand, where TC talks about using your brand to change jobs or find employment.